Hey guys, hope everybody is doing well. Today's video is going to be an overview of the Assaulter's plate carrier from G-Code Holsters. They're primarily known for their holsters and belt systems and mag pouches, but they went into the plate carrier game and came out with a nice carrier, and we're going to go over it, and they also have a full spectrum of placards and supporting equipment and cummerbunds for this, so be sure to check that out. And full disclosure, I did pay for this carrier with my own money, so just putting that out of the way. Alright, let's get into the review. So starting out with the carrier, it comes nicely packaged in a plastic Ziploc bag, and also came with an invoice showing who inspected it before it was sent out the door, and came with stickers as well that I have off camera. Um, so you get the two plate bags, you're going to get two buckles and two shoulder sleeves. Now the sleeves themselves are made out of tweed stretch material, nicely done, and you can use them for cables or hoses. We'll set those aside for now. This is a size medium, by the way, which is going to translate into medium sappy size. Two buckles, split bar buckles, color matched, which is a nice touch. We'll set them aside. You can also use G-hooks if you prefer. So starting with the front plate bag, you'll note that this has a full shell of Cordura laminate all around the exterior, and the interior has tweed to hold the plate bag snug. On the front, there's no admin pocket, but you do get a channel of soft loop Molle, as well as the tag, and that way you can have your identifiers, patches, and whatnot. Not noted on the website, but something I did appreciate was a kangaroo pocket that allows you to fit mags, flat items like a chest seal or a burn dressing, and we'll get a measurement right now for you guys. The depth is going to be just under 6 inches, so I believe it will play well with the mag inserts out there from Spiritus or Bees, etc. And it's around 10 inches long, so it should fit 3 mags comfortably. The ride height from from the buckle attachment is going to be 9.5 inches, and the entire plate bag itself is to sappy size, which is 12.5 inches high by 10 inches wide, even though sappy is a little bit undercut. So they do advertise this as fitting 10 by 12 plates. I would stick with sappy size or talk to them to be sure. The shoulder straps are one single layer of Cordura laminate, which I do appreciate, gives good strength, rigidity, and allows you to put your stock right against your shoulder. Standard plate bag closure, that button on the bottom was just for the danglers. You'll see that there's all this comms routing capability and laser cuts done. I do appreciate that. That way you can really customize where you want your PTT and all these other items, and it really negates a lot of the need for having add-on items. This gets you have a already custom built setup out of the box and lets you customize where you want everything to be. Inside, as I noted, there are the tweed material to hold that plate bag snug to you and is protected. That more fragile tweed material is protected from the elements by that more stiffer Cordura laminate. You do have pontoon foam, I guess, stuff on the edges to really protect you from the edge of the ceramic. That's going to be 8 inches tall, and that's really much more comfortable against your body than the actual ceramics. On the inside, you see that there's this breathable mesh material they have, as well as the exterior facing hard Cordura laminate. So your plate bag is going to be protected and snug in there. And it's a little bit of a 3D mesh facing you. It's supposed to encourage breathability. I haven't really tested it out that much, so I can't really tell you. If you'll notice that the Velcro hook is a little bit less dense than some other Velcro hooks, just thought I'd point that out to you. In speaking with them, they said that this is intentional, just something they chose, which is fine by me. And yeah, the craftsmanship and everything else here is top notch. No complaints at all. Everything was well done and well thought out. The shoulder straps are 2 inches wide, and they're going to be the entire shoulder strap assembly is 9 inches long. And the angle is more important for me, and the angle on this rides perfectly. It's not as tight to your neck as like a Velocity APC, and it's not as wide as like a Cry JPC, so it's perfect ride height and perfectly adjustable, and perfect distance from your neck. Same plate bag closure, same good edge binding there, and on the rear plate you'll see that it can actually same amount of comms routing capability, same tweed material on the inside, same shoulder straps. Everything is the same except for a slick Molle rear, which is good for scalability, and you do have this built to spec. All the Molle rows are built to spec, so you do get a full field of Molle. I do wish there was some. I'll just give you the It's going to hold up to 1 inches of a plate, plus backer, plus anything else you have in there. I do wish there was a soft loop rear identifier place on the rear of the plate bag. That way you could also add patches there. Same shoulder strap measurements. I do wish there was a little bit more wiggle room. So for people who are not as thicker barrel-chested people, they would hopefully maybe add a little bit more soft loop to that way there isn't as much overhang. But I was able to police it and keep it hidden under the shoulder sleeves, so it was not an issue. And again, that's just in the interest of having more overlap between more Velcro of a Velcro sandwich between the hook and the loop of the shoulder straps. But many carriers like the JBC have had this for many years now. They've gone through some very adverse conditions and they haven't fallen apart. So I was able to get several, like around almost 75% Velcro overlap with just a little bit of hanging out. So not a big deal. The cummerbund is tucked in on the rear and is secured with a flap that also tucks into the plate bag. So I do like that. That way there's no chance of that flap coming undone. As well as you can see that the behind the Molle itself, it doesn't interfere with, behind the Molle itself is just a continuous cordura. That way you can still have pouches mounted to the rear and still be able to adjust your cummerbund at the same time. The Velcro soft loop panel on the back is 10 by 6, so really most of your cummerbunds will fit, and you can really have a good adjustment ability for there, no matter what your waist size. So yeah, that's the end of the two carriers. That's the end of the two plate bags of this Salter's plate carrier. Overall, a very nicely done and well-designed carrier. A lot of desirable features out of the box. Very well does very well in terms of scalability. Not really well for like load bearing for crazy missions, so it's not structured. But for the police officer, for the citizen, I think this is a great buy. All right, guys, catch you in the next video. Thanks.